So, which ISRO mission or project you are most proud of and why?
I had the great opportunity to work in most of the ISRO rockets, namely SLV, I joined, then subsequently ASLV and PSLV for a short period, then GSLV, then Launch Vehicle Mission Mark III, then Reusable Launch Vehicle RLV. I spent maximum time, nearly 17 years in GSLV project from the beginning of its first launch. And I was part of its success as well as few of the failures also. So, a lot of studies, especially on the transport simulations I could make along with the team members, the payload optimization studies, the mission studies, carried out number of tests. Also, a type of Monte Carlo simulations, automated simulations. Any number of simulations we can do with this tool. Designed a new strategy of the day of launch wind biasing. This is to relieve the load on the vehicle, the state of the technology. Then part of the so many review meetings, participating in the launch campaign. So in this participation in the launch campaign, I need to mention one thing. We need to camp Sriharikota for a month or more continuously, leaving the family and children. See, many in ISRO sacrifice their family commitments, and the family members too, in a way, adjust to it and support our work. So the success of ISRO comes out of the hard work of the employees, the teamwork, more so the teamwork, not individual work, teamwork, a good leadership and management systems in ISRO, and the dedication and sacrifice of the members. This gives the more fruitful results for ISRO.
As a citizen, we thank you and we salute to all the scientists of ISRO for their sacrifice, sir. So, how has ISRO changed and evolved from time you joined in 1982 until today?
It's a very nice progress in this question I can mention to you. Indian space program was started in a simple and humble way in a little church called Mary Magdalene Church in Kumba. Very less manpower, the infrastructure available is very less, the technological know-how, the financial part also less. But over the years, the space research programs have grown and matured in multi-dimensions, I would say, in the area of developing variety of rockets and also developing diverse application satellites catering to the needs of a common man. What we give, return to the humanity. The government is spending 1 rupee, suppose say 1.2 is the return. I think you would have seen in many of the reports. So that is a kind of return we deliver to the nation and the common people. The advanced space programs, the development of the spaceports, catering to multiple rocket launches. The demands are more. So the rocket assembly and the associated propellant, servicing facility development, etc. And also the state-of-the-art rocket control center and the versatile tracking systems realization. You know, the interplanetary tracking radars are there at a station near Bangalore, no? Vairalu.
Yeah.
There is an 18-meter antenna, there is a 32-meter antenna, very big, mammoth structure. So one will be amazed to see all these huge developments taking place in ISRO, which are on par with the international standards.
Great, sir. Good news for us. What are the most important qualities and skills required to become a successful scientist or an engineer?
Yeah, first thing in the qualities when come, it would be the emphasis on the passion to do the work. That is utmost important. You know, you compare a person who works for a mere salary his outcome and the fruitful of the results, it will be entirely different from a dedicated and a person doing with the passion in the work. Okay. So that is what I would say. Of course, other things needed would be innovative. We should be creative these days. Okay, not monotonous. Then meticulous and systematic in doing every job. That kind of things should be rigorously done. Persuasion and perseverance. That's what Dr. Kalam used to tell often. Till you achieve the goal, you should have these two things, persuasion and perseverance. So this is on the qualities. When we come to the skills, the analytical thinking is very, very important. People say the radical thinking or the lateral thinking. Okay, that is number one. And of course, the rationals with which we assess or make decisions in the clearing the many of the flight hardware systems for the flight. Okay, that has to be, that one needs a skill to do that. And of course, the last one, the workmanship, either the hardware machining, integration, bolt and nut, or the electrical integration, positive, negative. There are hundreds of electronics packages of the computer system, the coding of the software. So this is called the intellectual and perfect workmanship in all the areas to be there.
Thank you, sir. With this, we will conclude the session. We have another 5 minutes, so you can share some of your insights for the students in rural area. Okay, what they should pursue, what qualities they should come up with. So you have your time, so you can speak.
Certainly, the future generations have the lead role in taking up many challenging missions. And of course, they have all the potential to do so. First of all, let them study with interest their curriculum and not by compulsion. So this is the first point I would mention to them. The other thing is the present situation with all infrastructures available to them, they should not limit it to a narrow goal. See, for example, scoring marks to 100. But why not how to score more than 100, beyond 100? So that should be the thinking of the students nowadays. Because everything is available. Other thing is, in them, a self-confidence has to be inculcated. And I would mention an example. One of my colleagues' nephew in ISRO, he went for MS program in US, and that particular student has studied 2 MS programs in 2 years. Okay. So I would always cite this kind of self-confidence to students. They have the potential. Okay. So they have a self-confidence and break through all the barriers and come out with a clear thinking, good perspective, and good initiative, not by shortcut methods. So, and lastly, these students also shall be accompanied by their parents and teachers. This also plays a very good role for the students. So with this, future generations will do very fantastic things.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable advice to our youngsters. How do you see India's future in space exploration over the next few decades?
In this, there is a clear vision and roadmap of missions for the next 2 decades, drawn up by our ISRO chairman and Secretary to Department of Space, Dr. V. Narayanan, along with the Government of India. There are many challenging missions ahead, such as development of next generation launch vehicle. We call it as NGLV. It's a very huge rocket development. Then mission to Venus. Then Mangalyaan to Mars. That is time with the orbiter, lander, and rover. uncrewed test flights carrying humanoid robot Biomitra, crewed space flight, for which 4 astronauts are already trained and ready for the flight. Then the Bharat Antarksha station, a space station in 400 kilometers, and finally manned mission to moon. So all these are going to be very challenging, and it requires joint ventures towards accomplishing all these things.
Noted, sir. So, what role do artificial intelligence and new technologies play in modern science and space missions?
Even the educational institutions, the service institutions, they are trying to bring in artificial intelligence in the education of the students. So these features introduced in our uncrewed space missions. AI will facilitate during the facility erection process envisaged for the settlement of human in moon. In the case of deep space communications, AI allows space probes to independently adjust the trajectories. That is, in the event of ground communication, taking longer times, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, or more than that. So, such situations, this AI helps us. It also serves in large scale data, petabytes of data received from the Space Telescope and the Earth observation satellites. So, the analysis, the AI helps, and many more such utilities possible in the future through AI.
So, after retirement, you continued serving ISRO as Dr. Ram Prakash Professor. What motivated you to continue contributing?
So, this continuation is not as a full power, but retirement and then as a professor. So, this invaluable experience gained over my 35 years in ISRO, the possibility of sharing and transferring it to the subordinates during this extension period. But this is happening in an advisory capacity. So this is what the assistants are given to the subordinates. The experiences are shared, the guidance and advice. So this will help a lot till they pick up the full capacity of their own. So that way, this 3 years extension really is helpful for our team.
Great, sir. 35 years is a very long journey. Looking back on your remarkable journey, what message you would like to share with the younger generation of India?
Younger generation, I will mention to them, every job they undertake, let them do it with passion and with joy. They can achieve their goal with persuasion and perseverance, which already I mentioned earlier too. This is the second aspect. And they have to be innovative and aim at how to score, beyond our limits. That is one thing. Because the future is intelligence combined with artificial intelligence, and we are migrating from not only to space but going to deep space. So that challenges are very high, and so that way the younger generation has to be in a position to equip to go to deep space missions. Lastly, to everyone, be cheerful, be positive, and finally I would say, entrust to God. So thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Alexander Jean, and I really enjoyed your this interview session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.